So yesterday was the Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone Season 1 Reloaded update, or kind of. I'd probably say today's actually the launch day of Season 1 Reloaded because, well, it marks the launch of some new actual things from Modern Warfare 3 that were supposed to come yesterday, and some stuff from Warzone that was supposed to come yesterday as well. Overnight, a handful of updates went out across the board from Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone, smoothing over a ton of issues that occurred as a result of the newest update in both experiences. Today, we're going to touch on what was changed, or rather, what was fixed in a lot of cases, what's officially launched now, and what you need to know. And as well, towards the end of the video, I want to touch on just some general updates as a whole from the entirety of the situation. So as we go along, drop your thoughts down below, drop a like, subscribe for more, and make sure to check out my friends over at Gamer Advantage for 10% off your next order with code Espresso. But more on that later. For now, let's talk about the updates that have happened in the last 24 hours for Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone. So first, probably one of the biggest things here is the new pillar to Modern Warfare 3. Ranked play is now officially live as of this video being recorded and as of it being published. So with this, you'll be able to play the CDL rule sets, the same sort of bans and restrictions, the same map and mode sets of High Rise, Invasion, Karachi, Skid Row, Terminal, and Subbase across the modes of Search and Destroy, Hardpoint, and CDL Control. You'll have new ranks and divisions to go through. Ranks, you have a career rank of 1 to 50, and your seasonal ranks is anywhere from Bronze to Iridescent and Top 250, all having their own SR dictated by wins and losses and personal performance, dictating how much of that is actually given or taken away after each match. The overall career ranks, that's stuff that it never resets. So while it does say that the season resets in 19 days and a few hours and change, you're not going to end up seeing that rank reset. So if you do want to continue to grind out the game, you will have the ability to earn actually 2 camos throughout your entire career of Modern Warfare 3 ranked play. One as a static camo, one as an animated camo. And honestly, that's one of the things that with ranked play, I think I'm looking forward to grinding out the most. Same thing whenever Warzone ranked comes, I'll be grinding out and having some purpose to playing, but you have seasonal rewards and overall rank rewards as well. Your overall rank rewards, again, like we just mentioned, 1 to 50, you end up getting some stuff between operator skins as well as camos and a few other smaller items. But then for seasonal rewards, in season as it goes along for the next 19 days, you can end up getting up to 50 wins to get all of the rewards that come along with it, such as the Season 1 competitor weapon sticker, the Pro Issue Gutter Knife blueprint, the Script Writer weapon charm, the Built Different weapon decal, the Season 1 loading screen, and the Season 1 ranked veteran weapon camo at 50 wins, which honestly I think looks pretty nice. I really think this would have looked good as an animated camo, but as of right now, it is still just a static camo. I don't think we'll ever see win condition camo rewards animated. We haven't seen that, and it doesn't seem like we'll be pushing towards that, but more so seasonal division rewards and season end placement rewards, those may be animated, but 50 wins in 19 days, you're gonna want to get on the grind if you are at all interested with that. And then of course you have smaller things like weapon charms, emblems, uniforms, and such, depending on where you finish in the next 20 days here after the season completes. Those will be granted upon day 1 of season 2, but anyways, that's ranked play. Champions Quest is now also live here with this, where all progress yesterday that was made, that will save. So if you were on a 3-win streak going into your games today, that should pick up right where you left off, and you could be going for your 4th win. Again, if you do decide to grind this out, one of the other win conditions is 30 wins on the season. So that'll be something that hopefully should help out in maybe making this more obtainable. If you can't quite get that 5th win, it's elusive for you, but you end up getting a new animation if you set this off. It's pretty cool, but also probably not the most important part if you're thinking about when you're completing a nuke. You still get those rewards of the operator skin and a few other smaller items as well. But one nice part here that has actually been found is that you do actually get a weapon camo with it. The Acerbic Royal camo, that was one that was previously leaked. What you can see on screen right now is what this looks like, and it's a little bit more of like a dirty, gritty camo, and it's maybe not the best by comparison to the last 2 camos, but at least there's a camo reward at the end of it. I do like that there is something you can use for every single weapon, not just only your operator or like a weapon charm or something like that. So nice to see that while it was not advertised, there is also a camo that goes along with it. So I might actually be interested in going for this for myself now at this point, but different story for a different day. Anyways, Champions Quest is now once again fixed out. Then for some other game-breaking bugs and issues, Warzone had a few things. Firstly, the players with the fetching online profile loop should now be able to enter into the game, as opposed to not being able to yesterday. You could not actually play the game unless you ended up joining a match of someone that was not limited by that fetching profile loop. But then when you jumped into the game, they'd have to buy your weapons for you out of the buy station. You couldn't enter a loadout drop because it would just sort of brick your game. So firstly, that fetching online online profile loop is now no longer an issue. And secondly, players now should be able to enter their loadouts in-game. That issue has now seemingly been resolved. There are some few fringe cases where this still will happen, to which the COD Updates Twitter advised that if you do have this, it's recommended that you swap your perk packages or delete them and remake them entirely, because the issue that was causing this was tied to those perk packages. So resetting those should be something that just entirely mitigates the issue and gets rid of it altogether. They also deployed a fix for issues with a gunsmith in both Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone, and they deployed the fix for the HRM9 mags, which now should unlock properly, meaning that if you rank that up, it actually is a pretty decent weapon in Warzone from what I've seen, so you should have access to that now. But anyways, that's the stuff that has been detailed on a top level, some of the things that were, of course, game-breaking as of yesterday's update. It still seems like some of those geo issues where there's just like massive broken hillsides in Urzikstan, those seem to be still there from what I've seen. I'm assuming those will be fixed out here in the next day or two as well. But how does this even happen? How does something like this get the go-ahead and break the game for so many people? Well, that's where Raven came out and addressed this today. Actually, just a little bit ago, having to go back now and actually adjust this video and post to include this, but they stated, "We wanted to address the issues that players encountered during the Season 1 Reloaded launch period. We've been laying the groundwork for the return of some fan favorite features in upcoming seasons, which has required a degree of preemptive setup in our live environment. Yesterday's update shipped with some of that work and unfortunately encountered a conflict between live player data and our servers. Our teams were made immediately aware of the issues and began investigating shortly after the update went live. We rallied studio teams from around the world to get the issues resolved as swiftly as possible. We, as devs, love this game and apologize for the disruption that resulted from yesterday's events. Please know that we hold ourselves to a high standard and yesterday's issues did not align with that. With that said, we're also very excited for what's ahead and look forward to bringing the best that we can with Warzone." So that statement checks out. I mean, some of the stuff that we talked about here in regards to these fixes went out at like 1, 2, 3, 4 a.m. in the morning here for this. So they were working all throughout the day here to fix this. But number one, with this sort of addressing and acknowledgement of these issues is, I know that not everyone will feel this way, but damn, it does feel good to have some transparency and some form of accountability. I fully recognize that there's so many hurdles in communicating with AAA studios where it's not as easy as we may think it may be. You want to get a message passed along to the players, you got to talk to the devs working on whatever it may be. Then it's got to pass to the studio's comms department. Then it's got to go to Activision PR and legal, and then the message can go out. But having just this, hey, we messed up, here's why and why we're hopeful it won't happen again, is nice at any turn. I can appreciate the accountability, and I know that there are going to be tons of people going like, oh, it's their job to not mess up, or it's their job to fix the issues. And yeah, that's true, but clearly it's already happened. You can't change that fact. The game broke and they fixed it. So it could be a situation of either they take accountability and put out something like this, which is, I think I like it better than what another situation where another studio probably just would not have acknowledged it, something we've seen in the recent past. Number two, a little curious as to what fan favorite returning features would cause the whole game to break, but I mean, you don't have to think about it too much because they actually did preview a bit of what's to come in another tweet where they said, so anyway, what are some of the features we're preparing for well ahead of time, you ask? With a picture of Rebirth Island's tower, but more importantly to me, the specialist perk package, something that's been entirely removed from Warzone in the current iteration we had through Modern Warfare 2 and now so far up into Modern Warfare 3, but seems like both of those are going to be changing. And also, if they're debuting this on the lighthouse tower of Rebirth Island, wonder if they shifted around the release timetables for these maps upcoming. If Rebirth Island will be returning first rather than second, and then Fortune's Keep a season or two later. So we'll have to wait and see, but anyways, that was the acknowledgement and addressing of the situation that Raven gave us, as well as a bit of a glimpse into the future. So with that and the update that now is fixed most of what's out there, I guess we can say that now that's Season 1 Reloaded. So anyways, that's where we're going to wrap it up. Before we do though, make sure you check out my friends over at Gamer Advantage for what I firmly believe are the best blue light glasses on the market. I've worked with these guys for nearly 3 years now and cannot recommend them enough. They're the most lightweight, comfortable, and durable frames out there, and I definitely think they've helped my daily productivity. Full transparency, yes, they are a bit of an investment, but I think that your vision is absolutely worth investing into, especially if you're like me and you look at a monitor, phone, or you're gaming for a good chunk of the day. If you guys want to learn more, at the very least, I'd recommend checking out their website where they can break down the science and all the specifics way better than I ever could, but what I can personally say is that I would highly recommend them. So if you want to learn more, check the link in the description below, and if you'd like to pick something up for yourself, use code Espresso to get 10% off your entire order. But that said, that's where we're gonna wrap it up. Let me know your thoughts down below. Are you happy this was fixed in a timely manner? Whatever the case, drop your thoughts. But if you enjoyed the video, drop a like and subscribe for more Modern Warfare 3, Warzone, and other FPS content. I'd love to have in the community. But for now, thanks so much for watching. My name is Espresso. I'll see you later. Take care and peace.